What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Medal of Honor Heroes 2, which was released on the Nintendo Wii and PSP by Electronic Arts. And this is pretty much the last Medal of Honor game that revolves around World War II, and it is the sequel to the game Medal of Honor Heroes and stuff like that. And in the game, you play as Lieutenant John Byrd, who was during World War II, of course, and he pretty much discovered that Germany is trying to make a prototype weapon that would pretty much turn the tide to Germany's favor and all that. And Lieutenant Byrd is trying to prevent that from taking place. You know what I'm saying? So there it goes. Now, the single player campaign has 8 stages in it, you know what I'm saying? Where it starts off on D Day, you know what I'm saying? And the name of the missions are the beach, sink the U boats, destroy the guns, through the sewer, the monastery, down agent, destroy the train, and base demolition. And pretty much each mission has a certain number of primary objectives and secondary objectives that you complete. And if you complete them all within the stage, you pretty much get a 100% on that. You know what I'm saying? They will also give you your accuracy and all that. Plus, there's various medals that you could get throughout the course of the game and all that. And the type of medals that you get are the sniper combat, gun combat. You know what I'm saying? SMGs. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you also get medals from completing the missions themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's 8 additional medals right there. And pretty much Medal of Honor Heroes 2 has weapon classes pretty much like you find in any other first person shooter game within the last 20 years or so. You know what I'm saying? And with the weapon classes, you have the pistols, SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, scope rifles, regular rifles, and rocket launchers. Now in this particular game, you're pretty much limited to holding 2 guns, whether it's say like a MP40 and a Thompson plus some grenades. You know what I'm saying? Just give you an example of which ones you can like hold on. You know what I'm saying? And this happened since Medal of Honor European Assault. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think this is the first time this has happened. You can mention this in the comment section. What I'm about to say, if I'm wrong. And this is, I think, Medal of Honor Heroes 2 is the first game in the franchise to have online play where like 32 people could play at once or in the Wii version. But since they're shifted the online play to the Wii U and Nintendo Switch, the online play, the Medal of Honor Heroes, pretty much no more available. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much expected. You know what I'm saying? So for all of you who played the online mode to this game, can mention your experiences with it and all that. And now this Medal of Honor Heroes 2 also has an arcade mode, and pretty much with the arcade mode, you pretty much replay the missions that you completed in the single player campaign, and it's pretty similar to Call of Duty, Modern Warfare in that regard. But with the main difference being that instead of the arcade mode of this game to be being a first person shooter, it's pretty much a rail shooter. You know what I'm saying? If you play any rail shooting games, you know what I'm talking about. You stay in one section until you take out all the enemies, then you move to the next section of the stage. But for some reason, with the arcade mode of Medal of Honor Heroes 2, the camera will have you move to the next section, regardless if you take out all the enemies or not, which didn't make any sense to me. It is a real head scratcher, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why did the programmers do that for? You know what I'm saying? Couldn't they stick to the rules to rail shooters in terms of moving to from section to section and all that? You know what I'm saying? So that part of it honestly just didn't make any sense to me. You know, far now as far as the graphics and level design are concerned, they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But the color palettes are bland in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this bland yellow, green, and stuff like that. You know, so it's not the palette is not the best in this game. You know, now the controls and gameplay, the Medal of Honor Heroes 2 are good, but it comes off as odd when you're using the rocket launcher in this game. If you want to use the scope, look through the scope, you have to put the Wiimote on your shoulders to pretty much use it. Now, even though it's going to be like a little more accurate, it's still a programming choice for EA to do. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that most people wouldn't have came up with when making a first person shooting game for the Wii. You know what I'm saying? Now the soundtrack, I would say it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Most likely the best aspect of Medal of Honor Heroes 2. But one thing you will notice if you play the previous Medal of Honor games is that they pretty much recycled the soundtrack from previous games. For example, um, if you if you're looking at the title screen to Medal of Honor Heroes 2, you will notice that it has the music from the missions Eye of the Storm and the Chance Meeting from from the from the Storm and the Port mission or campaign rather from Medal of Honor Frontline for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and the GameCube. You know what I'm saying? While some people don't mind the soundtrack being recycled, it just showed that in a way that EA didn't really have any creativity with the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at some certain franchises like the Legend of Zelda franchise, or say uh, Halo franchise like that, they rarely recycled the soundtrack from a previous game with those franchises, but they did here for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll be honest, the worst aspect of Medal of Honor Heroes 2 would be the arcade mode in that they just randomly move you to the next section without warning. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, why in the world would they program it like that? You know what I'm saying? In my honest opinion, EA should have took notes from the successful rail shooters like House of the Dead by Sega. You know what I'm saying? The only reason you moved to the next section of one of the House of the Dead games is because you took out one of the other all of the enemies within that particular section. You know what I'm saying? Uh, um, to be honest, even though the arcade mode was poorly executed in Medal of Honor and Heroes 2, this game was pretty decent from overall standpoint. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at if you beat the sequel campaign from Medal of Honor Heroes 2, it just comes off as a run of the mill first person shooter within the Medal of Honor franchise. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score is concerned, I definitely give it a 7 out of 10 because due to the fact that the arcade mode was poorly executed the way it was. You know, with that being said, if you like Medal of Honor Heroes 2 for the Wii or PSP, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. if you notice any other flaws with the game outside of the stuff that I mentioned, you can also mention that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell icon if you want more videos to show up in the notification and all that. With that being said, this is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.